Hey guys. It is Oboitshepo here. I pray that we are all good. I pray that we are all blessed and we are at peace. Um, I do not have a prophetic word for any of us today, but I definitely have a word of encouragement or even a word of warning to some extent. My family and I just got really bad news. And what was so interesting about what we just heard is that I remember dreaming about this thing maybe 3 years ago, but feeling like it was the most random dream ever. Although I did pray about it and I continued to pray about it, I didn't really take it that seriously. There are some dreams we get and we think, that must just be my subconscious conscience, right? Yeah. Anyway, that must just be me and my mind. It can't be God. And literally in a split second, exactly what the Lord showed me 3 years ago took place. What's even worse is that about last week, I remember when I was still in Joburg, um, something that happened in the dream took place, and it reminded me of that dream. And I thought, how interesting, but kind of just thought, coincidence. Um, but then the dream actually manifested, and honestly, it's not a good dream. So I would ask that you guys please keep my family in your prayers. Everyone is fine health wise, but emotionally not so much. Um, but uh, um, sorry, I'm just distracted. But what I really wanted to say is that so many of us are doubting that the Lord actually speaks to us. So many of us have even gotten to a point where we even reject the dreams and the prophecies and the words of knowledge and the visions that God gives us because we are just so sure that God cannot use us. Is not speaking to us. You know what I mean? And there's some dreams that we feel like, oh no, this is God, but other dreams, not so much. But that is almost stemmed or rooted in this idea that we actually don't believe that we hear from him. We actually don't believe that he shows us things. Um, and although this moment right now that my family is having is not the best moment, it honestly just humbled me, but also affirmed me in some way because I've been in a moment right now where I'm like, Lord, are you sure me? I don't, you know, um, especially when we consider the weight, when we consider how tired some of us feel, when we just consider some disappointments or whatever the case may be, we tend to actually, and this is for all of us, right? When things don't seem to happen the way we want it to happen, we tend to actually wonder, am I even on the right track? I mean, yesterday I was taking a walk around my apartment block, and I looked around and I actually asked God, like, did I make a mistake? Is there's something I was supposed to do, but then I didn't do, and now I'm here and things don't seem to be moving? You know what I mean? Because we genuinely feel like mm, we don't hear, you know. But although what just took place is not necessarily the nicest thing, the Lord honestly used this moment to um, show me that He means business. So I basically just want to say to all of us that if God has given you a dream or a vision, believe it, believe it, believe it. It might not take place tomorrow. It might not take place in a week or a month or even a year. It could take place in 3 years. Some of it can take place in a second. But believe it, because he's not a man. He is not a man that he should lie. Believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it. The dreams you've had about your marriage, about your children, about your future, your career, the word he's giving you about your health, believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Because it will take place. It might not happen how you want it or even when you want it. But believe it. But I'm also here to just say to someone who's been doubting, yes, you do hear from him. Yes, you do hear from him. You hear from him. And yes, he is using you. Do not doubt it. And those things he is showing you, take it to him. Pray about it. Don't just sweep it under the rug, assuming that, it's just me. Pray about it, because the Lord does not reveal things for fun. Even those dreams and those visions, or just those impressions that feel insignificant, give it to him, because he does not lie. The very thing he has spoken, it will take place. It will manifest. It has to, because he is not a liar. And that is something that he just woke me up to today. He is not a liar. Be blessed, guys. I love you so much. Bye-bye.